everyone, welcome back. It is day 7 of our 7 days of tags. It is really storming outside. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but if you hear something, that's what it is. We are getting quite the storm right now. But anyway, we are going on to our 7 days of tags. What I am going to do today is, this is a tag, of course, I found off Pinterest. It is Kath, allthatglitter.blogspot.com. And so I really like this tag, and we're going to try to kind of simulate it. I don't have any of these little spirally things there. I think those were Tim Holtz, some Tim Holtz things. I don't have any of those. But anyway, we're going to see what we can do. And of course, I don't have the stamps there like she has, but we are going to give it a try. So, first of all, what I thought I would do is I'm going to stencil. Now, she has stenciled, I see right there on her tag. So, I am going to try just a floral stencil. Is what I'm going to do. And it looks like it only goes part way up. She didn't put it up the complete tag, so let's see here. We will probably try something like right there. Okay. And we are just gonna, and it probably won't show up really well because I have a really grunge tag, but it should only be a light stenciling anyway. It shouldn't be real. Oh yeah, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay, and then I am going to need the 3 butterflies. And so what I thought I would do is I have 2 shades of Distress ink. And I hope they're not too old there to, I've had them for quite a while. And so I'm just going to grab a couple of shades here. And they're not too awful different from each other. But what I want them to do is I'm just going to stamp on them. So let me find my butterfly stamps here. These are just all Tim Holtz. The stamps I'm using are Stampers Anonymous. So I'm thinking I'm going to do them all 3 the same size. So let me get my butterfly there. We'll grab some black ink. Okay. And we're just gonna, well, it's not going to show you a lot of the color, but we might try one little bit different stamp there that maybe has a little more where the color will show through. Let's put it on there. It's not got quite so many lines or, filled in spots there for the black, so maybe we can you still can't really see the colors, but you can see it somewhat. So that's where I'm headed, and we will have to fussy cut those out. So, and then I'll get them cut here in just a second. So what I wanted to do next is I want to stamp some little text right there. So, let's see what these stamps are so crazy because it's backwards. I had one of those on one of the last tags I did that stamps backwards, and that is just crazy to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp it up and down like this, so because if I go this way, it's going to be backwards. Okay, and we're just going to take this, and I think I'm going to have to grab okay. All right. Okay, so there we are. We got a little bit of script right there. And I completely missed the paper dearly. I set that paper so I would keep that clean, but it didn't happen. Okay, so we've got that. Now what I want to do is just get the butterflies. So I'm going to get those cut out, and I'm going to do that off camera. Get those kind of fussy cut out. Okay, so I've got the butterflies fussy cut out, and so I think I'm not going to stick them down yet because I know that I will end up sewing my little antennas on them. But I'm going to go ahead and get my trim cut, and that looks like it goes about right there. And then somewhere in here we're going to have, let's see, we're going to have a little, and it has to be as long as my word. Okay, so we'll cut it like there. All right. So what I'm going to have to do is lay it out so that we can kind of know exactly where it needs to be. So this one kind of goes here. And of course my butterflies are not as big, but that's okay. I think it will be fine. Alright, so there's kind of like the pattern we've got. Okay, so that's kind of the pattern. And all right, and then I have this, and of course my words are a lot bigger. So happiness, I am going to stamp happiness right there. So I need to kind of do that. I'd like to get it a little laid out before I just glue it down to make sure I've got room for everything. Now I don't know who makes this stamp. I don't have it's just an old stamp, and I don't really even have the packaging to it anymore to know. Okay, so happiness is going right there. All right. And I would like to have that just say it's all perspective on happiness. Alright, so I think we can start gluing down. I do need to stamp, but I can stamp that, I believe. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put here yet. Just not sure what's going to go there. But I think we can go ahead and get the rest of this kind of put in place. This seems to be a really pretty tag, but a pretty simple tag, so. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking what I might want to do is just put my its perspective and just not have anything with happiness there. I think that would even work out better. Okay, so let's... I didn't cut these out of cardstock. This is just a heavier copier paper. So it's not heavyweight anything. So, and her butterflies kind of stick up, but because of the weight of my paper, I am not going to have them stick up. Well, I think our storm may have passed. So, okay, there we go. And I might try curling a little of the edges up, just a little bit. Just to give them a little depth there. Okay. We'll work a little bit on that. Okay. Let's try to get that where it isn't sticking down. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get this glued along the bottom. This is just some vintage trim I've had. I've had some of this trim for a very long time. And this one we're going to kind of just... There we go. Bring it down just a little bit. Okay, so I want this to go right along here. She had stamped, but I am just going to put that, since I'm not going to put it where my happiness is. And then we're going to let's see, that kind of looks like it's almost got a little bit of the whatchamacallit tape on that. Let's see, foam tape. Now I am going to grab a little bit of foam tape and bring that up with the tray. Okay, so it took me a minute to find the foam tape. I don't use foam tape very often, so okay. There we go. Alright, so what I need to do is I'm going to sew the little pieces of the butterfly. I'm going to try to curl some of the ends up a little bit. I'll get me something to do that with. And then we will come in, and that will be pretty much, maybe a few finishing touches on it. But that will be it for our tag. So, okay, so I've got the little antennas stitched on it. And I haven't curled up the edges yet, but I did go ahead and cut out this little simplicity, and I thought I would just put it right there. And then I'm going to put just a couple of rub-on numbers there. I have just had the darndest time with this rub-on. Okay. So it will kind of just fill in that since I don't have the Be Brave. So we're going to fill that in. Okay. Okay. And we're going to stick this down as well. There we go. And then we are going to add our, I didn't have any small, and this is the only kind of black, and I don't have any black and cream. I just don't have anything like that. So we're just going to use what we have. And let's see. I think what she's done is just, I'm wondering, maybe I want to tie this in with it. Okay. This is just some of that little thin twine. Let's see. I want it doubled. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of slip it in with it. And I'm going to tie it with the whatchamacallit there. Get a better, I think my scissors have glue on it and they don't want to cut very well. I usually just take a little, it's called undo, and get some of that glue off of those usually. Okay, so here is our little tag on, I think that's just how it's going to go, guys. I have forgot a couple of things that I wanted to do. And I did curl up the edges here, and I did some simple stitching just to give it a little something else. And I had forgot that I wanted to do these little black kind of specks. I'm going to do the specks. I'm not sure. I think this is a stencil, but I don't have that stencil. So what I'm going to do is take a little black, just a little black acrylic paint, kind of get it there on a little piece of paper. And I want to kind of, because I forgot to do that, I don't want to untie that, but I don't want it on the, I don't want that black splatter on my bow. So I'm going to kind of dilute this down just a little bit to make it just a little bit thinner. And I don't know if it'll, yeah, it'll work. Okay. I'm not getting very many splatters here. I'm getting more. There we go. I just want to fill it with a little splatter. And that's not very easy to do. I should have done it before. Okay, before I actually got all that. There we go. All right. So there we go. And it's not a whole lot, but it's just enough of a little something. There we go. Alright, so there is a few of the splatters. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it just gives it a little something more than what it had. And we'll go ahead and get some down on the bottom as well. Alright, so that is going to complete the tag, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we have just completed day 7, and we have 3 left. And anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed making the tags, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.